Good morning, loyal viewers, and welcome to Tea and Toast. I'm sure you know this by now, but this is
Jason. And that's Greg. And this is another episode of Tea and Toast. On today's episode, we've got the top 5 board games. Yes, Greg, we're back again with another episode, and we are looking at the top 5 board games from our childhood.
We're going to say that we always say it's just our idea.
Yeah, it's just our top 5. You might think that 5 other board games were the best, but these are our top 5 board games.
Jason, guess what is our number 5?
No, it's Guess Who is our number 5, Greg.
It's Guess Who.
Guess Who is our number 5.
That's what I said.
No, you said Guess What.
Yeah, I was asking you, guess what's number 5?
I'm confused.
And you think I'm the thick one of this working relationship?
Guess Who is number 5 in our top 5 board games, Greg. It was a classic, still is a classic. I still play it with my children.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, that's
There's all sorts of different versions now, though. You don't just play it with the old Guess Who people. You can get Frozen Guess Who. You can get Superhero Guess Who.
Frozen?
They
have a Frozen?
Yeah. Even in normal Guess Who, you've got different cards you can turn over and there's animals on the back, and it's not just Herman and Franz and all those people that we used to have.
Franz?
It was always Franz.
Did you have the German version? What's that?
I'm sure one was called Franz, wasn't he?
Possibly, I don't know. I remember Herman.
Herman.
Always Herman.
Always Herman.
Always Herman.
Does yours have a hat?
What?
The questions you used to ask.
Oh, I thought he was asking someone out there a question.
My favourite one to start off with was, is yours a boy? Because then if it was, you got rid of a lot. And if it wasn't, you got rid of a lot.
Let's be absolutely honest about this. And you've got to be honest, haven't you? You couldn't really lose, could you? I mean, you'd have to be pretty thick, really quite thick, to lose that game, wouldn't you? I mean, are you a boy or girl? Have you got hair? No. I mean, you'd have to be really quite down there and out, wouldn't you?
I remember losing a few times.
It's Guess Who!
The mystery face game.
The fun is trying to guess when you play Guess Who.
Is your person bald? Yes.
A very good question.
Does your person have a beard? Uh-huh.
An excellent clue.
The fun is trying to guess when you play Guess Who.
Do you wear glasses?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
That means it's not you,
Hold on.
or you,
Bye-bye.
or you.
Toodaloo.
I guess you're Tom. You win. Let's play again.
The fun is trying to guess when you play Guess Who.
Game cards do not actually talk.
Downfall, Greg. Number 4 in the list of top 5 board games. I put this one on the list.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put this on there if I'm honest. But I do remember it being really popular.
I put it on there because it brings back great memories of playing it with my mum and dad. And I used to think I was really clever. I used to feel like it was a really intelligent game. And there was loads of strategy involved. It was just turning discs, really, wasn't it?
With a ball dropping down.
Well, it was a counter. Yeah, it wasn't a ball.
But whatever.
And you had to get all your counters to the bottom before your opponent did. And when you turned it, it also turned on their side as well. And I'm sure my mum and dad let me win all the time, but I used to think I was brilliant.
It's top class viewing this, isn't it?
I bet you loads of people out there love Downfall.
I'm not saying they won't, Jason. I'm saying I wouldn't have put this in top 5. I mean, I'd rather have had like Monopoly in there.
I'm going to find Downfall when we start Retro Collectors again, Greg, and we're going to play it.
Retro Collectors, Jason. What's that?
That's our other series on YouTube, Greg.
Is it, Jason? Where is that available then?
Click on our channel name and you'll see the Retro Collectors playlist.
And will we be doing any more of them soon, Jason?
Yes, we will, Greg.
Coming soon.
Retro Collectors. What's number 3 in our top 5 board games, Greg?
It's our top 5, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I've chosen this one, Jason, because you wanted to put another one in, which we'll tell you at the end. I've gone with Game of Life.
Game of Life, it's a classic, Greg.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always think that thing,
Instead of the dice.
it's so much better than a dice. Why didn't all games have that?
Who knows, Greg? But the Game of Life taught you all about life, didn't it, Greg?
Not really, no.
You could get married.
You could have a baby.
You could have several babies, and then you put the little pink and blue markers in your car, remember?
You had several babies?
In the Game of Life you can. You can buy stocks and shares and sell them and try and earn money, get a job, go on a cruise.
I think we've missed out in our life because that's just not right.
Yeah, it kind of gave you an unrealistic expectation of what life might be, didn't it?
Yeah.
Be a winner at the game of life. Find a job. Have money, baby. Get married. Have a baby. Take a chance. Find romance. All your dreams may come true. Be a winner. Be a winner at the game of life.
Number 2 in our countdown, Greg, is Perfection. Why are you shaking your head?
Because this, I mean, it's a good game. Good game.
Good game.
I mean, I remember it and whatever. But number 2.
Lots of people will love this game.
Yeah, but you put
as
this
I
as
do,
number
Greg.
2.
I think this game should be used in the training of bomb disposal experts. Because it's scary, isn't it? When the counter's going down and you're trying to get the pieces in, and sometimes you like that because you don't want it to pop up and all the pieces go everywhere and one hits you in the eye, like it did with me once, and you end up going to hospital.
Can I just get something straight?
What?
You've now said playing Perfection is a good way for bomb disposal people to learn their trade.
Yes. I'm sure the tension is the same.
With little plastic things popping up.
Yes.
When you're into perfection, keep on your toes. You have to be quick, cause here's how it goes. Push the plunger down, set the timer. Fit the pieces in place, don't be slow in perfection. You gotta move on fast, or the pieces pop up before you put in the last. And that's perfect.
So before we announce our number 1, Greg, we should give an honourable mention to some other board games that we talked about, shouldn't we?
A lot out there, isn't there, Jason?
Yeah, and I'm sure, like we said, lots of people have a very different top 5. There are things that I would have put in, like Hero Quest, crossbows and catapults.
Ghost Castle was in
Ghost
last
Castle,
week.
but we did that in last week's episode, so...
I would have gone with Monopoly, obviously. I know it's
Yeah.
old fashioned, but I loved it. Cluedo.
Yeah, Go for Broke,
Risk.
Stay Alive,
Stay Alive.
MB Games were just fantastic.
Blockbusters.
Mousetrap,
House Party. Noel's House Party was a great board game.
yeah, I've got it.
Oh, yeah. Great. Should have put that in.
However, none of those did make it onto our top 5 list. They may be on yours, but our number 1, Greg, that we both agreed on, didn't we,
Sort of.
is Screwball Scramble. It's just fantastic.
Oh, I loved it.
What a genius idea.
I have to say, this is one of them. I know it's not technically a board game, but you'd still bought it as a board game thing.
in a box.
It just lasted forever because you never really properly did it.
No. You cheated, didn't you?
Yeah,
I mean, you tried a few times, and when you couldn't do it, you just moved it on to the next obstacle, didn't you?
obviously.
Is there anybody out there who has actually finished Screwball Scramble without cheating?
Hey, you want to play Screwball Scramble? Yes. Okay. Screwball Scramble! Game over! Oh, well, thanks, mate. Screwball Scramble for Screwballs only!
That's all we've got time for on today's episode.
I've been thinking-
of Oh, no.
You know this top 5 thing you've been talking about?
Yeah.
How about doing one that's really quite unusual?
Like, top 5 sticking plasters.
No. Top 5 school bags. Not the teachers or the girlfriends you went out with at the time. I'm on about, you know, the actual bags you put all your stuff in to go to school in. I always used to look at the catalogues and to see, you're right there, and to see what school bag I can have for next year. And there was always these good ones that come out, and you was always, oh, I want that one, I want that one, or that one, that one. Top 5 school bags.
Ridiculous. But that is all we've got time for on Tea and Toast today. We'll be back in the next episode, and we will see you then.
School bags.